Turn it down a little bit. Yes, I turn it down just a tad bit.
So
Yeah,
that's
better.
good. Just for reference, last NFP that was supposed to be that wasn't released, it was a bit choppy, and then it just started falling from the sky. It's choppy, and then you got big drop, big retracement, and then a huge drop. The huge drop came later on in the afternoon, but it was still big moves. So let's see if history repeats itself. A bit of wishy-washy at first. But what can we do? Follow the plan.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Morning Ghost.
Good morning. How you guys doing? Cool. Good. Just getting situated. Setting up for the morning. See how things go. Yeah, it looks like we dipped lower, so this is pretty cool. Wait, what time did we start dropping? 9 a.m. Interesting. That's a big drop at 9 a.m. Or was it 8 a.m.? 9. Nice. Yeah, it looks like a really nice big drop. Okay. Cool. They'll probably continue lower to at least this discount level, demand level around 24,980. That'll be my projection. So we get that drop and kind of finish this move down to 968, 965. And then if we get through that area, we'll probably drop down to 762, 777. And then we'll go down to 688. So we got a long ways to the downside, I think. There she goes. Let's see if we can get this lower. So this thing can just flush down at the open.
It's the kind of vibes that I'm getting.
So what now?
I said that's the kind of vibes that I'm getting. Like it's gonna just drop. Maybe. Yeah, I'm be surprised if it tries to like do a liquidity sweep though.
We're coming into that demand zone, right around 77, 69, 68 area. So we either raid through that level and just drop, or we could make a what is that, 1 hour double bottom, and we could bounce off that level again. So just be careful here. we're kind of stuck in that range. High of the range is about 141. Low of the range is about 75. All right, target smashed and then some.
Give me the cards. It's not saying. Bunch of errors. What do I do? Where? Clock where? Speak fast. Taskbar. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this will not close. Oh my God, Gregory, I'm stuck. No. Task scheduler. Where's the task scheduler? Okay. No, I don't have a clock down there. Okay.
Let's see, we get that break of the 50s and drop down to fill that 24,980 demand zone. There we go. Let's see if we can get it.
Right, Gregory, I can't even close. Are you closing me out? On TraderBait, it's still running on my on TraderBait. Yes. You see, I already passed one challenge,
Hey, let's go.
but it's not closing. It's not.
Go
It's
to
not
TraderBait.
closing. Exit. Okay.
I would say log into TraderBait and
I am in there.
Exit all.
try to close out in TraderBait.
I am trying. It's not allowing me to. That's what I've been trying to do.
Okay, so that's an issue with the
Okay.
system. I think they're gonna be they're gonna help you out with that.
Okay,
Because
let me
that-
see.
Yeah.
No, one of them is still running. I'm trying to close it now. Okay. Ah, finally. Jesus. Yeah, but one of my account is liquidated though. One of them is liquidated. Yes. Oh.
We smashing targets here. You guys are just freaking out. I don't know. We're just rolling. Deep in profit. 984
Yes, Greg.
targets smashed, and we are rolling.
Yes, Gregory. I'm sorry.
You can't be freaking out like that. You know, gotta have your tools ready.
I couldn't close
That's a
it. It would
beautiful
not
draw.
close.
This is rolling. We've hit our target. So 950s, 980s, 970s all smashed.
God.
You should be up close to 400 ticks on this move and rocking. The non-stop drop.
Drop continues.
Non-stop. If you don't make 20K today, I don't know what to tell you. For real. If you don't make 20K on this day, I don't know what to tell you. So what now?
So this
Yeah. No, I hear you. I totally hear you, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, we have to talk about that in a little bit. All right, that trade is done for me, and I might actually call it a day.
one and done.
Yeah, one and done. There's no reason to give it back, right? Because now you know what the market's going to do, right? Market's going to cool off and start to consolidate here because this is another discount level, demand zone, and then it's going to try to either bounce back up or it's going to keep going lower. But I hope you guys made a lot of money. That's okay. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. We're gonna see how to fix it. We're gonna see what to do to fix it. This thing's continuing lower. Yeah, close to 300 ticks on that one. So you should be up a lot. But I'm out. I'm done on that trade. Huh? Yeah, let me go see. I think the last time I checked the VIX was pushing up into those gaps. So probably VIX is gonna go up to 22. And the market's just gonna keep plummeting. So we're just gonna keep going down. So we'll probably come down to, what did I say, 24.76 or 24.767, and then down 24.688. Those might be the next levels down. But I expect a little bit of bounce from this demand level that we're at right now. Let's see what else is over there at the 1 hour. 1 hour is an order block at that level, so we could definitely bounce off here and get some kind of pullback. So what I'm gonna do is probably fib this. Once again, trading made easy, right? All right, cool. So if this is gonna pull back to give me an entry, I'd be looking for price to come into 24.992, 994 area. Okay, and then reject off that level and then drop, which is also doubling as a fair value gap on the 2-minute. So if this pulls back into that, rejects, I could look for a sell re-entry to go lower. If it breaks above that, the next attempt for a sell re-entry, which is also another 2-minute gap, would be 25.42. If you get above 25.42, then you kind of reverse this, which means I would wait for price to get above Asian low, which is 25.62, and then I'd look for some kind of buy. But these would all be small plays because we just had a really big play. I'm really hoping this market just continues to plummet and not even pull back. And if it does, then you're gonna break 1 hour structure. Let's take a look at 4 hour real quick. Yeah, you break 1 hour structure, you break 4 hour structure. Actually, you take and break 1 hour structure. 4 hour structure is down at 24,800. That's where you got sell side liquidity. So you could get there today. If they do decide to just dump this, you get into demands on 24,694, 92-ish area. But what a play, what a trade. What a trade. Those are 2 days in a row where we get, beautiful market open trades, right? Where the market just goes one direction.
I had a feeling it was going to do that.
Say what now?
So I had a feeling it was going to do that. It was just giving all the signs of lower highs and just, okay, I'm going to just dump.
That, and then we had all our bands overlapping as well.
Yeah, that too.
Right. So yeah, for those on YouTube, imaginary bands. But yeah, it was just right there. All right, let's see what we do with this consolidation.
Yo.
Yeah. I honestly wouldn't be taking anything else. This was it. You had to make money on that move, or you might have nothing for the rest of the day. Like, I mean, with the tools we got, you might be able to make money, right? You'll catch some moves, but say what now? Yeah. You might is what I'm gonna use because we've already made our money. At least I made my money.
Getting money. We said that the move is so massive.
Right. So you'll catch the peanuts, right?
Yeah.
You catch the peanuts off whatever, but you've missed the gravy and the what you call it, and the steak. Right? Actually, you've missed the steak. You probably catch some gravy. Yeah.
This Thanksgiving holiday, so.
But let's see. So we're coming up to that edge. I think we've hit our level there. 994. Right. So let's see if we get a massive rejection of 994 to go lower. And if we don't, then price is gonna push back up, I would say. And there you go. So you could have made money on that rejection. Boom. Nice and easy. But what I'm looking for is probably strong follow through to the downside if we're gonna break through this to go lower. It's a massive order block though, so I wouldn't be surprised if price tries to make a move to the upside coming off this. So let's see. Though with how they smashed through that 25k, so 25 is going to be very key for price to go back up. If it really wants to go back up, it has to get through 25,000. And right now it's kind of looking weak. So let's see, biggest consolidation here. Do we break through? Do we break through and push into the 30-second band and then push into that gap up there? We're gonna find out. A rejection of that level looking good so far. Pushing price rate back down. Kind of like yesterday.
Yeah, it's just like yesterday.
Right? You come into your 382, boom, 382 in versus 62, and then you get denied. So they either break through this and just drop lower, or we're going to start building up some consolidation here and try to push back up. You get through this. Our next stop would be sheesh. Yeah, you don't have anything. If you get through this level, you don't have anything until 24,822. So I'd mark off that level. I'd mark off 24,822, and then so 822, you get through 822, you come down 762, you get through 762, you come down 684. Those would be the next levels to the downside. So second rejection of the same level. Let's see what they do here. You'll see the denial rate coming off that fib level. So if you fib it, right, from your drop-off point to the low, you get that same drop-off point, which is 382.990.994 area, right? So you could have a limit order there, and every time price comes to that level, you just smash it. And it lines up with your 10-second band. So it's just perfect. Perfect level to short. It's showing a continuation. Problem is, if we don't get follow through in the next couple candles, we start to consolidate here, then eventually they're just going to rally to push through that level and go for the next gap up. So we need to see some follow through here. Otherwise, it looks more like consolidation to push up. This is what I was saying earlier about making money, right? And you can see the whiplash, right? So big moves overnight, big drops overnight, right? So you miss those two moves, the 9 a.m. move and that second drop at the open, then it turns into this kind of circus. You know, so you're just getting what, 25 ticks, 30 ticks a trade. It's not really giving you too much, which kind of makes it hard to trade. Give me 1 second. So it looks like Chop City right now. All right, so they're trying to go back up, probably into that next gap. Coming up, I'm up to, what is that, 25.37. But you can see the grind to that level, just sickening. It's just a grind. Maybe you'll probably get there, but it's just gonna be choppy. It's chop chop to 37. See, we're almost there. Almost at that gap fill. 31, 32. Do we get 37? See if we get that push. And 37 done. So if you took that buy, you should be up decent. But again, it's not an easy buy, right? Because we chopped up into that level, right? That's not an easy trade to hold, right? Because we just chopped up into that 37 level, pure Chop City. But if you took it from the rebound, right? Once we hit 32, pulled back, there was no follow through that demand level, and we just started bouncing out of conviction. And we came up into that gap for about 300 ticks. So you could actually attempt a sell up here. Coming off that 37, you could attempt a sell. And you're looking for price to come back down to 25,000, if not lower. It'll at least give you a retest of 25K. If it has intent to go bullish, it's going to give you a retest of 25,000. As it should. Oh man. Well, they're my own, but these markets are mine. All right, so there you go, right? So just coming off that level, you could have cashed in a nice about 140, 150 ticks, right? You don't need a whole lot. So there's news coming in. I think we have news right now, right? And I don't know what news it is, but I just remember looking at the calendar sometime yesterday. I know there's news. So what's that?
Yeah, you
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there you go, right? Back down to 25 and even lower. So you should be now up close to what's that? We're coming on to 260 ticks coming off that level. So beautiful trade there. Beautiful trade. Cool. I mean, at this rate, we probably don't even care what the news says, right? We'll just be making money left to right. And I really hope you're making money. Big time money.
Sir.
Right? We'll just be making money left to right. So I think I hope you all saw what I did there, right? We run through, hit the 382, right? We flipped the high, the low. 382 into the middle of the band was just a perfect alignment, right? We took that sell did not give follow through. Priced us to bounce back up above our 10-second band. We take the trade to the upside into the 6-2, right? We get to the 6-2. What do? We expect price to reject at the 6-2. It's a fair value gap. It's between our bands. We smash that level, right? We just smoke it. We don't give a damn. Put on the trade and we're up 300 ticks. Straight from the top. Okay, straight from the top. Easy peasy. Doesn't get easier than that. So now, do we get follow through to sweep through this demand zone, right? Take out the lows 917 and drop down all the way to 767. That's what I'd love to see. The chop is what I don't like, right? So everything is just choppy to the downside, choppy to the upside. There's no like straight, clean move to the downside to the upside. There was only 2 moves since the open, 9 a.m. and I guess 9:30 market open. The rest of this has just been chop city. Let me see if I have an account I don't care too much about, and I'll probably put some of these trades there. Miss Andrea, how are you? You feeling good? You back to life? She's still there? Or she left? Ah, gotcha. No worries. So let's talk when you get back. Then we go down. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Get it. Sweet. Let's get it. You took it off the 10-second. Bish. Deep profit. Took it off the 30. Deep profit. Took it from the top. Almost 400 ticks. we get one more push, we'll be at 400 ticks. Nobody left behind. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
I really like that 10-second for re-entries if you're struggling. Like if the market leaves you and you don't have a trade, that 10-second is really nice for the re-entries. I'm probably gonna put on a trade and leave it for the rest of the day. If we get below, this would be kind of a stop order type of madness. Below that last week, so I'm thinking we get below 920. I'll probably put on a trade and just leave it alone for the rest of the day. Maybe check on it at like midday, and I'll set those targets that I called out: 832, 777, 762 ish. I might set a 762 and then a 688. That's gonna be one trade that I just let rock out. Sheesh. Plummet, baby, let's go. Woo.
Yeah.
Anybody in on this one?
No, I didn't take that one.
You
Nice.
say I made some money on it. You gotta be making a lot of money on it, man. Not some money. This shit going down. Let's go. So that was a break through the 920s, and we are holding, baby. We are holding to the downside. Let's go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Whee. Sheesh. Let's go. Wild.
Can't play with it, man. Cannot play with it at all.
Wild. Ain't nobody left behind. It's the name of the game. You only stay behind if you choose to.
That's a massive pullback. Jesus. The Bulls are fighting hard. Like you had your 6 months of playtime. It's like now it's our turn. Are they really trying to buy this thing back up? I mean, wow, that would be a fierce. Oh, you know, we never really tested. We never really retested that Asia low. So are they trying to do that? Yeah, especially when you make some profits, right? Yo, I think they're really trying to push the market back up. Can they do it? Yeah. Because this is the fourth time they're back at this 0.35 level coming up. The bands are getting closer together too. Let's see.
I was talking on mute this whole time.
What are you doing?
Oh man, I've been calling cells, calling all kinds of stuff, but also I was on mute. Anyway, the other thing I was cautioning you guys on that I was just testing this morning is if you have a lot of accounts behind Replicanto, make sure you're setting your targets lower than what we have the master node set to, or what you have your master node set to, right? So that your your replicas will close their trades out before your masternode closes out. Otherwise, with the lag and everything, by the time your masternode closes out, your replicas will close out probably, either slightly less profit or even in the negative. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I know ETF released an announcement about a replicanto version that's compatible with, their rules and everything they support and in between, but I don't know how well that works. I don't know if it works. So I would say just be extra cautious, be careful with that, with the whole replicanto situation, and just make sure that you don't do what I wouldn't do, which is give back a lot of profit. Sorry about that. I need to work on my unmute mute skills. What's up? You say check the chat. What's up with the chat? Nah, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. It's a beautiful day. Anybody not make money today? Anybody wanting to make more money today?
Good.
We are rolling over. All right, so if you took the 30-second sell, boom, deep profit.
That was my last one.
Deep profit. Right? If you took it off the 10-second, even better. So will the market go? Right? It was rejection off the 2-minute, right? And then we just wait for it to roll over through the 2-second, the 30-second, and the 10-second overlap. We make our money, right? Was I unmuted when I called the level below the gap? I think it was like 982, 986. I don't know if I was unmuted. I called a sell there.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I might have been on mute.
Last trade you called was 37, I think.
37. Okay, I might have been on mute. So my apologies. But y'all got the tools. Y'all are winning anyway. I'm not worried about y'all. I am not worried about you guys.
But a moment of transparency here, like considering the high volume and these big drops, it's like it makes me wonder, like, man, damn, should I wait? Should I try to catch on the 10 and the 30? Not that it doesn't work, but it's like,
should you what?
Catching it on the 10 and the 30 because these candles are huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can definitely catch on a 10-minute, 10 second, 30 second, right?
Right.
You definitely could.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. You definitely could.
No, it's like I think it's like a psychological thing. Like, am I chasing if I try to do it, or like, no, just wait for your setup type thing. So
not really. It's not a chess, right? Because you're getting prime entries, right? You're getting early entries, prime entries, high volume type of market, right? If you were doing 10-second in Asian session, yeah, you might get chopped up, right? You're trying to do 5 seconds in Asian session, you might get chopped up, right? But I bet you we could flip to a 5-second chart and we could see a crap ton of good opportunities here.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, but then once it starts to get choppy, you get chopped up in the mix, right? So at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to what works for your psyche.
Right, and that's the thing, because I'm like, I kind of want to stick to the game plan, but I was like, there are some of those fine moments when you have to slightly adapt because of the high volume and
Yeah.
huge
In that
cameras.
case, I'd probably stick like a 10-second chart, right? Because if I look at like a 5-second chart, and I was kind of looking at this yesterday, 5-second chart, I could have done 1, 2, 3 trades, 4 trades, and done for the
Right.
day. Right from the open, right? You're telling sell it open, buy it open, lost, sell it open, a lot of money, sell it, another sell, and then the buy right around 10:08, boom, shit ton of money, and done. Okay. Now today I did try something crazy. Not that I recommend this, but what I did today on the 10-second, I didn't use a target.
Okay.
I just wrote it out for 400 ticks.
Yeesh. He did say that. He did say that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
So, I mean, I didn't quite make 20 on a single account, but overall, I clocked more than that, right? So what I ended up doing is I put all my accounts on, and I think there's still room for me to get there anyway. But what I did is I put all my accounts on one, well, and I've won 3 sets of 3 sets of trades basically, right? And I just let it go.
Gotcha.
Or 3 sets of copiers, if I may. I kind of just let it go. The only reason I did that is I went back yesterday and I looked at the move at the open and how massive that move was. And I just watched how much money I left on the table with that move. Right? So this time I was like, whatever, right? Let's lower the contract size. Instead of 70, maybe go 35 on some and then 21 and 27 on some. And just look to go for 400. And just let it go.
Just let it rip.
Right, and so 400, started trimming at about 400 and it got stopped out. And then when we moved back up, I tried the same move again. Boom, and done.
Jesus.
So the rest of this is just scalp here and here, scalp here and there, house money. Take some small risks here and there, call it good. But back to your point, yeah, you could use 10. You could go down a 10-second chart, and you could look for the beauty with that is you could easily bring your stop loss down to about 40 ticks.
Right. I'm already using 55.
What's that?
I'm using 55 on the 30 and the 2.
Yeah, so 30 and 2, you're 55. You could come down to 40. You could even come down to about 30 ticks on a 10-second chart. If you go 5-second, even better.
Right. You're actually right. Yeah, 40 ticks.
5
seconds.
I mean, well, I wasn't crucifying you, right? I was more worried about the overlap and how you were able to trade that with the bands overlapping, right?
No, but you know what it is? It was for that particular day. The market conditions weren't set for 10 and 30 on that day, but when the market conditions are like today and yesterday, where it's just going in one direction, the 10 and 30 is prime. 30 and 2 is okay, but 30 and 2 is like that band is so far away, like you really got to wait for it to come back. 10 and 30 was just prime. So how many setups we would have today for at least like 6 minimum? Well, not even 6, way more than that. 2.
Yeah, for me, honestly, if the 10 becomes bay, that's the part where I'm gonna bring the stops down to about 35 ticks.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of entries, right? And so the idea is, if it's not gonna work out, just cut it.
Just cut it.
Right?
Yeah.
cut it right away because there's so many trades that I look at that didn't even get close to 40 ticks, right? So if I put my stop right around 35, 40 at the most, right? So bring that stop down another 15 ticks. Makes a whole lot of sense because if my risk is only 35 and my reward is 290, 300 ticks, that's what? That's a 30 to 1.
Yeah.
Right?
And if,
Yeah, look at this last trade on a 10-second chart.
Oh, I was mad I didn't take that one.
Right? That last trade on 10-second chart is already up 275, close to 300, right? So that's almost, if you look at the risk on that one, your stop straight about middle band, right? Which is about 30 ticks. So that right there is a 1 to 30 or 30 to 1.
30 to 1, right.
Right? And you can't beat those odds any day, anytime. So with something like this, I can put on 70 micros.
You can.
And sit back and chill and go for 300. With a fast trim at 100, right? Trim every 100 ticks. You just cut that position in half until it gets down to 400.
So your mind's like, all I gotta do is win 1 out of 30.
Yeah, all I gotta do is win one trade out of all of them. That's it.
That's it.
Right? That's it. And that was my mindset today. It was, let me lower the contract size and see if I can hold this trade down to at least 340 ticks, right? And just let it go. So lost first move to the upside was a buy. I was like, okay, cut it, right? Came down for the sell, boom, smack it. And boom, I'm green all over the place.
Right.
And that's like one trade and done. If you're not making 20K on this trade, I don't know what to tell you. Because that was a nice, easy 20K across the board. Now there's still time in the day. I could still have one account go to 20K.
It's not even 11 o'clock yet.
What's that?
I said it's not even 11 o'clock yet. It's
Yeah.
so much time.
Okay, it's 10 for we are done for the day. We are done for the day. You know, because I say that and then my VPS glitches its connectivity here because it doesn't want me to be great. But whatever. It just went blank, like blah, connection timeout. But yeah, this thing's gonna continue lower, so there's room to make 20K today on one account. And so I'm gonna go see which account I want to mess with. There's plenty of room to do this. Let's see. Account that's got some drawdown, some decent drawdown. I'm only gonna play about 70, probably play like 70 micros to the downside, and I'm gonna sell that to. I'm looking for 825, and then below 825, I'm gonna look for 767. Those are the two levels I'll be looking for. I don't see why I can't have it.
See how let's see how the next few days goes. Oh, so the market should be open on Tuesday, right? Because Tuesday is Veterans Day. It's a bank holiday. I remember last time it was a holiday, you said if the bonds are closed, the market could still be open, right? Something like that. Right.
When? Tuesday? Yeah. We still have some good moves. I definitely still have some good moves. So ES is continuing lower, so NQ is just going to follow suit. It's going to continue lower. I mean, there's just no way you lose around here. Honestly, if you lose, it's a choice. Especially with this system, sheesh. You'd have to want to lose. Yep.
That's true. That could be one of it.
You'd have to want to lose with this system. And again, this is something you can bundle with the price tracker from Lazy Money and kind of use that to trail. You can use that to trail. That way you can stay in these trades for as long as you want, or as long as you have to, or need to, or want to. I'm gonna drop at 11 o'clock and then I'll be back. Hopefully, be back. This is a very, very. I'm saying hopefully because I don't know if I'll be back, but if I make back, I'll be back probably right around 2 o'clock. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean we could definitely end the stream. I think we've made enough money on stream, and then we can kind of talk about a few things and yeah, call it a wrap. Okay, let's do that. Go ahead, end the stream, and let's chit chat.